AI will not replace humans, but AI will replace humans who don't use AI. Hello everyone, welcome to the Intellia podcast, episode 1, with our senior editor, Rotaract Rahma Soli. Hello Rahma.
Hello, Aya.
So, tell about yourself to the audience who don't know you.
I'm Rahma Zuri, a third year undergraduate from the Faculty of Management and Finance, Department of Human Resource Management. So I'm the senior editor for the RI year 2022-23.
Okay, so Rahma, so you are the senior editor of the Rotaract Club. So, tell about what is Editorial Avenue, what's happening on there.
Okay. So the Editorial Avenue has many functions going on a daily basis, one of the busiest avenue of the club. So we have the creative corner within the blog, which is for the totally a space for creativity of the blog, the club members, and then we have the special days covering every significant day throughout the year with a caption and article along with the translations of the captions. And then we have project articles which cover each and every project that goes on throughout the year within the club. And then we have the Chronicle quarterly newsletter which was initiated this year. And mainly the proofreading of every writing material, captions, emails, letters, proposals and whatnot.
Okay, so Editorial Avenue is doing, so let me get the gist of it. You are doing the translations, you are doing the proofreading, you are doing the creative writings, you are doing the blog writings, the article writings, and the proofreading, and the email writings, and the proposals, and everything. So, editorial must be one of the busiest avenue in the club.
Yes, for sure it is.
Yeah. So, talking about editorial, I think recently you have got into a milestone, right? What about that?
Yes, the blog reached 500 articles and hopefully we'll be achieving the 600 milestone as well, which is a really big milestone for us in terms of the blog being the heart of the editorial.
Okay, how many articles is there to 600?
So just 20 more, which will be achieved really soon.
Okay, so apart from all the work you are done through the day to 365 days, there's also projects ongoing with the Editorial Avenues as well, right?
Yes. So this year we initiated the project Click, which was a photography competition and a creative writing competition based on SDG goals. And then we have two more initiatives, which one would be the Rota Pen Pal, where we are looking forward to get letters from foreign clubs and to enhance the understanding and exchange of cultural values and so on. So there's one more initiative which will be coming up soon.
Yes. So apart from you being the senior editor, talk about what is the culture, how many corridors you have, how many members, so how do you what's the process in the Editorial Avenue?
Okay, so I'm the senior editor, and then we have two more co-editors, Rotaract Anusa and Rotaract Diniti. So the proofreading of course goes, we have divided 4 avenues each for the proofreading process, and the final approval will be given once they read, it will be coming to me and then I'll be giving the final approval. So that's the process about the proofreading every single writing material. When it comes to captions, translations and articles, we have sub-teams within the editorial itself where members are selected based on a small evaluation and according to their preference as well. So we have nearly 90 members in the Editorial Avenue, and among them we filtered and made the subgroups to make the functions more easier. And about the special days, of course, opportunities given for all the members to volunteer and take up and write in as well. The creative corner is open for the entire club.
Okay, so I think we got the gist of the editorial, what's going on editorial. I think I have seen it myself. It's one of the busiest avenue. It's doing a lot of work behind the yes, a lot of work doing. So today one of the objectives, there are 2 objectives on this podcast. One is getting to know you and the editorial. Another one is to get to know about AIs and what can it do for us. And as we said in the beginning of the podcast, AI will not replace humans, but AI will replace humans who don't use AI. So now let's dive into AI. So have you heard about ChatGPT?
Just a glimpse here and there, not much.
Okay, so I think as the first episode of the our Intellia podcast, we are trying the most known AI version. This is called ChatGPT. So I think Editorial Avenue is the, how can I say, most benefited or most getting harm. I don't know how to put it that way. So these are the two things that come to mind when coming to the editorial and the ChatGPT. So those who are listening and Rakmo also, ChatGPT is an language model, an AI language model that is now it's open to the public. You can do anything regarding language from this one. So some people use it for, like, people use it for everything, but some people use it for research and everything. But I think the most important part of the ChatGPT is it can use it for most of the editorial work and also for the brainstorming part. Okay, let's dive into this one. Okay, first of all, I think we have talked about how you do the captions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try some captions in ChatGPT. Okay, first of all, this is so we are writing some questions here. So we want a caption, right?
Yeah.
So what we learn in here is ChatGPT, it's caption. They said if we want to write a caption, they give an output like, okay, impossible is nothing, something like that. But in our caption, we meaning the context of 200 to 151 words paragraph, right? So we have to give it that way. We want to write a short 100 to 150 paragraph with this. So first of all, we write this. Write a short paragraph, formal and creative way, about a project called Pen Pal. You talk about that, which is about exchanging letters with foreign Rotary clubs. So they give an output. For Pen Pal is an exciting and innovative project that aims to foster global communications and cultural exchanges among Rotary clubs across the world through the art of learning writing. It gave the article. So maybe you can't use it right away, but you can use the gist of it to write. But we can make it more interesting. Then we can ask it, okay, write this in Shakespeare style. So it gives it, okay, verily, I present to the project called Pen Pal with 620 letters with foreign extra. This was the most noble virtue, this and that's why. We can make it another interesting. We can make it, write this is in the Blatant style. Oh, what a delightful project Pen Pal is. The marvelous venture brings together. Like that. And as we do in editorial work, so let me ask you, in editorial work, you always put quotations, quotes
At the
beginning,
yes.
right? So we won't write that, okay? We write this is in more formal and more creative with a quote in the beginning. And it goes, language is the roadmap of a culture. It tells you where people come from and where they're going. Rita Mae Brown. With this profound quote in mind, we introduce in the Pen Pal projects, and it goes on. Right. So, and there's a thing, it's too long. There are about 3 paragraphs here. So we thought, okay, shorten this to 100 words. Then language is the roadmap of a culture. Introduced in Pen Pal, and it tries to 100 words, and we can write it to 130 words. So like this. So what do you feel about writing captions through ChatGPT?
Sort of unbelievable because captions is sort of a main element of the editorial. So if we can get them prepared like instantly, it would really help in processing the VR side or whatever from the editorial that has to go out. So it will help a lot with the caption writers and so on. Just a bit of changes here and there is what will be needed, like the emojis.
Yeah, as I said before, it will not replace humans, but people who know this can generate quickly, and yes, they can move forward. And also we have like in our club we have like in editorial alone we have 90 members, right?
Yes.
And some clubs even doesn't have 90 members, and they could really benefit from this.
True.
Yes. And what are the other things that you have said we are doing editorial?
And the
Article writing.
Yeah.
Yes. We get into that as well. So, and those who are listening, and Rakma, you can go to chat.openai.com and look into that. You have to use an email and a phone number to verify, but that's it. You can just log in and ask. You can type the questions out. So, let's get into that as well. Articles. So, this is also interesting. I think one of the recent article that we have published is about rainforest day, right?
Yes.
Yes. Then we okay. We said okay, write an article about rainforest day, and it just bring out an article. And what thing about this is we can do it more profoundly. That means we can use write it more formal, creative way, and use these type of words, use in this style, and limit to these words. So it gives, and we can also use write an article about rainforest day with these points, and who is doing the research and who is going to write and rainforest day, maybe is just due on deadline, can use this. So write an article about rainforest. It just took us only less than a minute to generate an article with the points we have given, with the words and everything. So that's also like what revolution. What do you think about that? And let me get so. And I think why you are the senior editor of the club is that your writing skills, right? So obviously, but how can we use your writing skills, your writing style, your writing format? Because ChatGPT uses their writing format, right? Everyone uses that. But what we can do is, you have already written so many articles. We just have to write an article about rainforest day, the style of the following article. Then we put 2 or 3 articles written by our Rotaract senior editor Rakma Suri, and it gives out the article with the style and the format of yours. How exciting is that?
Yes, I wrote it, but I didn't write it.
Yeah, you wrote it, but you didn't write it. That's the beauty of this. So even like just don't have to depend it entirely. You can use the style. You can be creative in its own actually. So first we write a rainforest day article. You said just a rainforest article. It puts out an output. Then we did these are the things we needed. These points, these words, this formal or the creative way or the informal way. Then it gives out that. And then we write we want these points, these things, but with the style of Rotaract Rakma Suri, and it gives out that as well. So let's leave it to the audience and to Rakma if this is your style or not. But it's incredible that it gives an article instantly. So there are captions, articles. So what are more?
Then we also have to do the summarizing part for the social media captions, and then for LinkedIn and all of that.
Yeah. So summarizing part. So let's get into that as well. We have a I think we have wrote and what's called RACUOK, right?
Yeah.
About every executive member and board of directors, about an article about them.
Yes.
So then we got into this. We selected the exco members' articles and we copy pasted here, and we write, give me a brief about following articles, and it gives instantaneously what is the article about. And the summarizing part, we got into that as well. Where is that? I think we write for the US as well, right?
Yes, we did.
This is. So, okay. So this is the article. Article about our RACUOK scene editor. So, J.J. is a proud product of the Department of Human Resource Management, Faculty of Commerce Management. He can be introduced in the most perfect and humble and supportive friend. So all these things. And we won't write this article about, okay, if anyone doesn't want to know about, doesn't want to read the whole article, ask me, okay. We ask, what is the summary of this article? So then we can use this for the LinkedIn or the Facebook or the Instagram. Okay, this is the one we are using. The summarized article is here, and Faculty of Commerce Management. Then every bit of the important parts is here. And of course, as we said in the beginning and also in the middle, it needs a human touch. If it misses any important parts that we need necessary and it doesn't seem necessary, but other than that, it produced the article. And we get, okay, I don't like how it written in this style. Okay, it is okay, write it more formal and funny way. And it gives out the article again, introducing you to the esteemed leaders, the one and only Rotaract Mahasuri, proud product of the here and you can with you can count on me vibes and exceptional work ethic and everything. So we have written the article, but we want it to go to the next level. And we can use this. So that is another part that we are, I think I amazed by how actually not just doing just a work, but doing the the more work. How do you say it, Rakma?
The extra mile that we want to go.
Extra mile that we want to do. That's it. So then we have can summarize the last one and summarize also the last one. That's what we are getting here. So we covered captions and also article writing and article writing in your styles, and also the summarizing part. What are the things also we do in editorial?
Drafting the emails, letters, proposals and all of that.
Okay, so we'll get into that.
Okay.
We tried, I think, okay, this is the one we are trying. So it's also depend on how we input our data into ChatGPT. So you have, like, it's actually done the click photography contest, right?
Yes.
So we asked ChatGPT, write an email requesting sponsorship for a photographic and creative writing competition organized by Rotaract Club of University of California. Then it just generates it. Request for sponsorship, this one, and it also comes with the benefits. Recognition as a sponsor in all our potential materials, including social media flyers and banners. Mention if a company's name and logo on the event website, special promotional material, the event venue, an opportunity to address the audience and distribute promotional materials during an event. Like these are like mainly all the benefits that you are going to the sponsors, right? So how exciting is this to the email writing and letter writing?
It's a bit shocking because you feel like the ChatGPT just read your mind and put out all the benefits and everything you need to be in the email itself.
Yeah, I can't believe that this also when I first saw it. Then we want to write it. this is the first one we gave. Then we write, okay, we want it more formal way. We write an email for a sponsorship for an photographic and creative writing competition name, click, organized by the Rotary Club of University of Canada. And it gives. And this time, it doesn't include the sponsorship benefits.
Okay.
And we write, okay, rewrite this with an addition of sponsorship benefits. And it gives the sponsorship benefits as well. And the important part is maybe some of these benefits we didn't even think of.
True.
That's the brain, brainstorming part. And we can use this not just to write everything, but to brainstorm. Okay, maybe how write this one. Okay, this can be also used, and this can be also used. Right? So it's brand exposure, networking opportunities, customized sponsorship packages, everything is in there. Maybe we need a little touch, of course,
Yeah.
but it's already done and done beautifully, and without maybe even a single grammar mistake. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. And what are the other things that you do in editorial?
One of the most significant one would be the proofreading part, which will go out throughout the year.
Yes,
Almost 1,000 captions, I would say.
1,000 captions, right?
Yeah, if you calculate it.
Yes, for sure. I think we have about 50 projects this year, so yeah, 1,000 captions, maybe more than
More
that.
than that.
Yeah. So the one, I think the reason for the most recent one that sent to you is the project called Matru,
Yes.
doing Rotary projects, and they send an article, not an article, email.
Then email, yeah.
Email. So we put this in ChatGPT also. Okay, proofread this article, and we paste the article, and it given the this is the output. It given an more comprehensive, more correct output, and it's proofreading. And again, first I thought, okay, I don't know what are the changes. So I asked, so it gives an proofreaded email. Then I asked, what are the changes you have made? It gives, here are the changes I made to the original text. Made the opening sentence more specific, revert the sentences and change under very limit. It gives 7 details that what are changes, and I asked, check for grammar as well. I thought, okay, it didn't check grammar because I didn't say so.
Yeah.
And it said, check for grammar as well. I said, yes, I checked for grammar and made any necessary corrections while making the changes to the text. So that means maybe I don't need editorial. We don't need editorial.
Yes.
No, but actually we need editorial. But with AI, as you said before, we can go that extra mile. And more to the clubs or the organizations or with few members and who are just starting. Yeah, this would be an incredible opportunity. So, and yes, this is what we are doing, and also, what are the other things that you're doing in editorial?
That's almost the entire workload of an years, and the additional one would be the translations.
Yes,
We
I think
have
translation is still not very, how do you say, not very successfully translated, right? We tried a bit because we are doing Sinhala and Tamil.
Yeah.
It lot similar to Google, right?
Yes.
So we tried it just before the podcast, and it's no different to Google from my sense of view. In your point of view as well, right?
Yes, it seems a bit too direct when it gets translated to Sinhala and Tamil.
So apart from translations, the proofreading, caption writing, article writing, everything, email drafting, everything can be done with just a few minutes. We just got here, and I think just about 20 minutes we did all of this.
Yeah.
And for an editorial team to work this, it would take days, right?
True.
So that's the beauty of it. And to Rakmas, I think we know Rakma loves space, right?
No.
You like
Yeah.
space, right?
Yes, yes.
So we thought of writing a poem about with the style of view, and we thought, okay, write an original about space with the style and format of the following poems. And we have your poems, too many poems in the creative corner, and we thought, okay, and this is we gave the options, and it gives us a Rakma style space poem. So we first tried writing an original poem about space with the style and format. We write an original poem about space, and it gives in the vastness of space, mysteries beyond the galaxies, nebulas, cosmic beauty. And when we ask, you said, I don't use
Yeah.
that much.
That's all
You
of
don't
science.
use nebulas and cosmic beauties. Then we thought, okay, let's try it Rakma's way, and we put it Rakma's poem, and it gives a Rakma's one without the nebula. We didn't mention don't use nebulas or cosmics, but it understand it and give an output. The vast expanse of space we find never-ending, timeless design. It's more to the Rakma style, and we want to write it into the human life, as requested by Rakma. It gives us a Rakma style poem about human life as well, the journey of life and everything. So this is the beauty of ChatGPT. So this is the first episode of the Intellia podcast that we are doing. The first AI technology that we're introducing is ChatGPT. I think a lot more to come. So Rakma, what do you think about the AIs and the ChatGPT now?
Okay, so I didn't have much knowledge about the AI or the ChatGPT or any of these, but now, like, how didn't I know this sort of question is there? It's going to help a lot for us to process our functions and the articles, let's say the captions and all of this. Not a day goes without editorial work or any of this. So this is going to be play a major role once it is being once we adapt to that and learn to use it in an efficient way, which will help us improve further and go that extra mile.
Yeah. And last Rakma, as the senior editor of the club, what is your message to your members and the members who are willing to join to the editorial and the members who are already in the editorial doing the hard work? One last message to the editor for your members.
So we did achieve 500 articles and now towards 600, almost there. So all of this was possible because of the members, all of them, the past, present, and also this also has an impact towards the future members as well. So don't be within that framework of editorial is about writing. We have a lot more going ahead. It's the creativity, it is the writing also, but then again you can add in your own way of coordinating, let's say communication. You have the projects ongoing, and that satisfaction when you get once you look at an output that is done by you, being a part of the editorial team, being a part of a group which totally works on creativity, you feel satisfied, happy and proud of what it has become today. So do join and keep up the creativity and enthusiasm coming ahead. Many milestones can be achieved. Maybe next year 1,000 would be great.
Okay. Thank you, Rakma. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
And we'll see you on another episode on Intellia podcast.